Now we will see how Radixart algorithm works. Radixart algorithm is not a comparison based algorithm. We do compare but not based on the values. We compare based on digits. This is the given input. First we will identify what is the largest element in the input. Here we can see 834 is the largest element in the given input. It contains 3 digits. So we need to process this array maximum 3 times. First we will compare first digit of all the elements, then we will compare second digit of all the elements, then we will compare third digit of all the elements. By the time we process this array 3 times, because the largest element contains 3 digits, we will get sorted array. And if the largest element contains 4 digits, we need to process this array 4 times. Here you can say not all the elements contains 3 digits. If we find an element which contains less than 3 digits, then we will add zeros at left side. For example, here we see 9, it is a single digit. So I will add 2 zeros here. And we can see 2 digit number, that is 47. I will add extra 0 left side just to make it 3 digit number. We already know that the digit range can be from 0 to 9. What we do here is, first we will check what are all elements is having 0 as a first digit. I am taking starting with the first 0, and we will identify what are all elements are having 0 as a first digit. Here 250 is having 0 as a first digit. That is it. We have only one number which has 0 as a first digit. Next I will move on to 1, and I can see only one element which has 1 as a first digit. That I will write it here, that is 681. And then I will move on to 2, and here 721 has 2 as a first digit. I will write it here. I don't see any other element is having 2 as a first digit. Then I will move on to 3, and I don't see any element which has 3 as a first digit, so we can ignore 3. We don't need to do anything with 3. And I will move on to 4, and I can see one element which has 4 as a first digit, that is 834. Next I will move on to 5. I don't see any element which has 5 as a first digit. I will move on to next digit, that is 6, and I don't see any element which has 6 as a first digit. Then I will move on to 7, and I can see one element which has 7 as a first digit. Then I will write it here, that is 047. That is it. Next we will move on to 8. We don't see any element which starts with 8, right? So I will move on to 9. I can see 2 elements which has 9 as a first digit, that is 009 and 309. Let's write that 9, that is 009 comma 309. And we have identified all the elements with different digits. Now what we need to do is, we need to write the elements in the same order, that is 250, and next 681, 712, and 834, 047, 009, and 309. Order is important, and this is the result after comparing it with the first digit. Next we will move on to second digit, and again I repeat the same process. First I will start with 0, and I will identify what are all elements which has 0 as a second digit, and if you see here 009 is having 0 as a second digit. And next 309 is also having 0 as a second digit. Next I will move on to 1, and here 712 is having 1 as a second digit. I will add it here. And next I will move on to 2. I don't see any element which has 2 as a second digit. I am moving on to 3. I can see one element which has 3 as a second digit. 834. That is it. We will move on to 4. I can see one element which has 4 as a second digit, that is 047. Next we will move on to 5. I can see an element which has 5 as a second digit, that is 250. Next I am moving on to 6. I don't see any element which has 6 as a second digit. We can move to 7. I don't see any element which has 7 as a second digit. Next we can move to 8. I can see an element which has 8 as a second digit, that is 681. That is it. We can move to 9. I don't see any element which has 9 as a second digit. So now we will add the result to the array in the same order. First 009, next 309 and 712, next 834, next 047, 250 and 681. This is the result after comparing second digit. Now we need to do final comparison, that is with third digit, and let's start with 0. So we need to identify an element which has 0 as a third digit. Here 009 is having 0 as a third digit, and next 047 is having 0 as a third digit. Next I am moving on to 1. We don't see any element which has 1 as a third digit. I am moving on to next digit, that is 2. We can see one element which has 2 as a third digit, that is 250. Now we will move on to 2. I can see one element which has 2 as a third digit, that is 250. And next we will move on to 3, and I can see one element which has 3 as a third digit, and that is 309. I don't see any other element, and we can move on to 4, and I don't see any element which has 4 as a third digit. I will move on to 5. With 5 also I don't see any element which has 5 as a third digit, and we will move on to 6, and I can see one element which has 6 as a third digit, that is 681. And next we will move on to 7. I can see an element which has 7 as a third digit, that is 712. That is it. And next we will move on to 8. I can see an element which has 8 as a third digit, that is 834. That is it. Next we will move on to 9. We don't see any element which has 9 as a third digit. We will stop here and we will add result to the array in the same order. First 009, next 047, 250, 309, 681, 712 and 834. This is the result after comparing with third digit, and you can see the results are already sorted: 9, 47, 250, 309, 681, 712 and 834. This is how radix sort algorithm works. Now we will see time complexity of radix sort. So how many times we are processing this array? First we are picking up largest element in the input, and how many digits that largest element contains, those many times we are processing. So the time complexity is d into n. Here d is whatever the largest number contains, how many digits that d represents, and n means the elements in the array, and plus b. Here b is the base. In our case 0 to 9 we are processing. Finally the time complexity of radix sort is order of d into n plus b. Now we will see implementation of radix sort, and this is the number. How do we get the first digit? To get the first digit, we need to apply mod operation with 10, and this gives us 4. And then how do we get the second digit? For that we need to divide the number by 10. This gives us 83, and again I perform mod operation on 83, and this gives us 3. And how do we get third digit? And we repeat the same process. Number is equal to 83 by 10. This gives us 8, and to get the digit we perform 8 mod 10. This gives us 8. This is the third digit. This is first digit, and this is second digit, this is third digit. We repeat this process until the number becomes 0. If we repeat the same process, currently number variable has value 8, so if we divide it by 10 we get 0. So we can stop here.
Now we will see how to implement radix sort. This is the input. On this input we will apply radix sort. Before going to implementation of radix sort, first we will need to implement helper function. That helper function takes a number and returns the requested digit. For example, if the number is 834, if we ask for first digit it should return 4. If we ask for second digit it should return 3, and if we ask for third digit it should return 8. As we already discussed, to get the first digit we need to apply mod operation with 10. I am just defining a variable to hold the digit. Initially it will be 0, and number digit is equal to number mod 10. This gives 4. If the digit place is equal to 1, we will add one more counter. I will tell why this is useful. Counter is 0, and after getting the digit we will increment the counter. It means that this is the first digit. If our counter matches with the request, that is digit place, then we will return this digit. For example, if we ask for first, if the digit place is 1 and if our number is 834, then initially we are applying mod operation with 10 and that gives us 4. Currently digit variable holds 4. Then we are incrementing counter. Counter will be 1 now because its initial value is 0, and the counter is equivalent to our requested digit, that is 1. So we are returning 4. In case if we want 2, then we need to repeat this process. So what we need to do to repeat this process, this number should be divided by 10 to get next digit. And after dividing we get 83. On 83, if we again perform mod operation, we get the second digit. This process will continue until the number becomes 0, and for that I am writing while loop and writing condition number is not equal to 0. Until number becomes 0, we will repeat this process. Finally we will return the digit. Now we are done with logic. Let us see whether it is working fine or not. I will call that function get digit with 834. First I will ask for first digit. Let's see whether it is giving 4 or not. I will just yes, it has given value 4. Let's see whether if we ask second digit whether it is giving 3 or not. Yes, it is giving. If we ask for third digit, it should give 8. Right, whatever function we have written, it is working correctly. Now we need to write logic for radix sort. Let's define a function. It takes input array and then applies radix sort algorithm, then it returns output array. In radix sort, what is the first thing we do? We will identify what is the largest number in the input array. That's what we are doing it now. Int largest number. I'm just writing a comment here for understanding purpose. Identify largest number in the input, and by default I am assigning first element as a largest number, and then if we find any other element in the input is larger than the value which is stored in largest number, then we will assign that value to this variable. Because I have assigned the value which is at 0th index, we can start from 1. If we find current element, that is input of I, is greater than largest number, then we assign that value to largest number. This way we will get largest number in the input. We identify largest number, we need to get length of that number. In our example, that is 3, and I will get that length. Length is equal to largest number, just I am converting it to string to get length easily. Now we have length. So those many times we need to process our input array. I'm writing a loop for that, and I starts from 1, and I'm writing length. It should run those many times. And now we need to process our array for each digit. This loop runs from starting index to end index, and initially we will get the first digit of each element from the input, and then second digit, and then third digit. Let's get the first digit of all the elements. Int digit is equal to get digit number is our input element, that is input of j, and then what is the digit initially? We start from 1. In our example, what we are doing here, first we are identifying how many elements are having 0 as a first digit, then we are checking how many elements are having 1 as a first digit. Like this we are doing this process till 9. So all keys, and these are all values. Key values range from 0 to 9, and for each key there can be more than one value. For example, here key 0 is having two values, that is 009 and 309. That's the reason I am taking a dictionary where key is integer and value is a list. Let's define that. Key is integer and value is list of integer. Once we get the digit, that is a key, and first we will check whether dictionary is already containing that key or not. Contains key. If it contains, then we can directly add our input value to that key. How do we get the list dictionary of key? That is digit. It gives us list, and we will add our element to that key, that is input of j, that is the current element. We are adding it to the dictionary for that particular key. And if it is not there, and if this is the first element for that key, then we need to add that key to the dictionary first along with the value. Dictionary dot add, and key we need to enter here, that is digit, and then because first time we are doing it, we need to define new list, and we pass input of I, current element. Now we are done with writing this logic. We have added elements to its respective keys, and now we need to remove each element, and we will add it to the array. We will add it in the same sequence. First we will add 250, next 681, like this till 309 we will add to the input array. Let's do that. Add elements to input array, and key values range from 0 to 9, so we need to access values of each key. For that I am writing I'm taking some variable k. It is ranging from 0 to 9. These are all keys, and if that key exists in a dictionary, then we need to access the list, because each key represents a list. So list is equal to dictionary of that key, and this gives us a list, and we will add this list to input array, and I will just define one index for our input array. Initially it will be 0, and we will add first value at 0th index. So because this is a list, we assign each value from that list to input, and for that I am writing one more for loop that I am just naming it as some variable, list dot length, and okay, each value from that list we will assign to input. And here, after adding an element to the input, this index value should increment. And that is it. We are done with writing logic for radix sort. Finally, we will return our input array, which is sorted. And let us call this radix sort method and display the elements, and those are supposed to come in sorted order. Let's see whether it is working fine or not. I will call radix sort with our input, and it will return output array. And I will print it now. Each element from the output with space separation. Let's see. Let's see. All are 834. We are doing something wrong here. Okay, here you can see input of I we are doing. Actually the input elements are represented by index j, not I. That's the reason it has given wrong output. Let's rerun. Okay, it's returning all elements as 834. We are doing something wrong. Okay, here we are doing input of I. Actually input elements are represented by index j, so we need to use j here. Let's rerun. Here elements are still not sorted, so we are doing something wrong. Okay, actually there is a small bug in this. Get digit should return 0 once we complete the loop, because if I keep digit here, it will go wrong. Where it will go wrong I will tell you. I will comment this for now. And get digit, if I pass 9, and if we want second digit of 9, it should return 0. Let's see whether it's giving correct or not. No, second digit should be 0, but it is returning as 9. And if we return this as a 0, and it will give correct result. Now we are getting second digit as 0, which is correct value. And if I ask for first digit, it should return 9. Right, this is working fine. Let's print our output. Now we got correct result: 947, 250, 309, 681, 712 and 834. These are sorted. So this is the logic for radix sort. I am giving a link to this code below video description. Please check it out. Thank you.